This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody. Well, today I got a package in the mail addressed to Professor Robert Orrin. I wonder what this can be. This can only mean one thing. It's almost that time. It's that time to take off the old Toronto hat, put on the old fedora, and maybe go searching for the Holy Grail itself. Yes, it's that time to take a look at the prototype for the 10th edition, the 10-year celebration of one of the best games that you will ever play, and that's the 10th edition of 10-year edition of Secrets of the Lost Tomb. Yes, Secrets of the Lost Tomb. And yes, Chris, I bound these myself for you. We're going to be opening up the prototype. We're going to be taking a look at it, and then this weekend, because you'll probably see this on Monday, on Columbus Day, this weekend I am actually going to try to get in front of the camera, and we are going to celebrate this fantastic game and really take a look at this. This is going to be the prototype, I believe, so not all the components are going to be final. We're going to be going through it, and we've got a couple of ventures here, and we've got, yeah, you got it, the rule book. I'll talk you through some of the stuff and some of the updates that you are going to see with this new edition, and just maybe, we'll choose wisely as well. So let's see on the other side when we're taking this off and taking a look and seeing what's going on with this fantastic update of one of the all-time greatest games ever made by a fantastic friend of mine. I remember having the long box edition, which is just an absolute classic unto itself. But let's take a look at Secrets of the Lost Tomb. All right, let's get this opened here. We're going to take a look inside, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that have been updated. There have been a couple of upgrades to this bad boy, and we'll talk more about that towards the end here, unless I stapled them all together, which I know I didn't, because there's no way I'm that smart. And matter of fact, no, I'm not that smart, so there we go. But this is just another one of those all-time classic games, and for me, it just holds a lot of meaning. This is the first way I met Chris himself, and it's just absolutely, again, glorious. Some of the things that you're going to see, because there's a nice little sheet here that I have, updates to the new Secrets of the Lost Tomb Epic Edition. All right, before we go into the box. Rules removed. The original Soulmonger was replaced with the new Spiritmonger board and spirit cards. The search mechanic and search tokens are removed. They felt that it was the most unused mechanic in the original game. Artifact searching and exploration are left normal. What is the Spiritmonger? The Spiritmonger is a character in the Secrets of the Lost Tomb and a vital part of the Internal Order of Perseus. The Spiritmonger is the one who is able to communicate with spirits, and through his power of the EOP can talk with him. What does the Spiritmonger do? The Spiritmonger communicates with spirits and decides which to present of the Eternal Order of Perseus for epic adventures in the tomb. These spirits are usually famous historical figures or powerful characters of myth and legend. The Spiritmonger allows the use of unique powers bestowed upon the EOP for each adventure. These are shown on the spirit card of the spirit of that adventurer. shown on the rule sheet below for the prototype version. Okay, so there are some changes. What's the difference from the original? For those longtime fans that may remember the Soulmonger, the Spiritmonger is an evolution that now ties into the story in a deeper way. The past of the Spiritmonger is one of the most deeply guarded secrets of all time, and nearly an open spirit identity perpetually tied to the lost tomb itself for reasons unknown. With the power to transport ancient spirits through magical portals into the tomb to communicate and empower the adventurers of the Eternal Order of Perseus. How to use the Spiritmonger? Well, each time you defeat a creature in battle, you gain soul shards. When you do, instead of gaining tokens, move the cubes along the spirit track. We'll take a look at that when we get into the game here. 2. How many souls you've gained. These can be spent to empower spirits to give you favor, or to empower the Spiritmonger himself to bestow favors. To use the Spiritmonger ability, simply spend the communal pool in the spirit track in any trigger that any trigger that abilities on your turn as a free action. Ideally, you can discuss and agree with other players how to spend the spirits. However, that is not required. The Spiritmonger can bestow the following abilities at the following cost, and there's a list of just really, really cool things. Now, read this at the start of the scenario after the main briefing. So we're not going to go into that. We're going to save that for this Saturday when we're going to do this live. Okay, we're going to do a Saturday night stream, and I'm going to try to get in front of the camera. Hopefully, I'll be well enough to do so. So again, these are all prototype components. So again, I mean, Chris wastes no time. I believe this is the spirit. This is going to be our spirit thing because it's going to tell us right in our booklet here. So I'm going to go right to the booklet, and we're going to take a look at the components. Again, a beautifully put together, and I had a chance to go through this a bit. Everything's just laid out, letting you know what you got in here. Everybody remembers the old action tokens, right? The bullet action tokens. Damage counters have been upgraded. These tiles, again, have been, of course, gloriously upgraded. And we've got, oh, look at that. Look at the beautiful art on that. I love this game. I mean, it's very hard not to love this game. If you are a dungeon crawler of any part, Leif Erikson's Grotto. Look at that. So there's so much more story here. Of course, the first scenario that you're going to get with this is Sword in the Stone. I mean, come on. Count me in all the way. Catacombs of the Crusade. The Armory. Beautiful. Davy Jones' Locker. Dart traps. I don't want to go in there. And many, many more. I could spend all day here. I believe this is the Spirit token. Let me just take a look. Comet track. Top and bottom. Okay, yeah. And we'll take a look at the other pages here. Make sure that we got everything right. Is that page 4? Yes, it is. It sure is. And I just want to make sure that we covered everything here. Yeah, okay. Phases of the game, you're going to get these really nice help cards that are going to help you along. Okay. So when you move, rest, pick up items, tomb phase, you're going to have the adventure phase, which is, depending on how many actions that you have. You're going to have your tomb phase where everything, of course, goes completely wrong. Then your combat phase where you are going to be battling for your very life. And as always, glorious, glorious stuff here. So let's open this up. And I waited until I can get you guys here to kind of show you some of this stuff. The Kraken. Really? I mean, come on. Really? Glorious. Wow, look at some of these cards. Blackbeard, the possessed humanoid. Boy, we know a lot of humanoids. My man, Amet. Curse of the Tomb. And then some more cards here. Alright, some standees. We've got to have our trackers here. More trackers. We're going to have our oh, we've got to open these up, because anytime you can see Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile, I mean, why not, right? Yep. The Empress with green eyes. And just tons and tons of cards. The art has all been updated. You know, this doesn't feel the way it used to feel. Oh, look at that. Sola Semarat, which is a beautiful black cat. Vampire Gargoyle. No, I don't want to face him. An Elder Thing. And just tons and tons of just glorious stuff here. Alright, let's take a look at some more here. Here are the mats. Oh yeah, let's get all these out. And then of course our adventurers. Of course, you know, I'm going to want to be Christopher St. George, because he looks the coolest. I don't know. Alligator McGee looks pretty bad himself. Alright, so there we go. That's everything that we're going to get in our prototype box. So we're going to get everything kind of put together here, and then we are going to get running with this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. This should be a lot of fun. Again, all the misdeeds that can happen in this little dungeon, and we are going to be going through and just having a blast with this fantastic game. So there you go. We kind of looked at everything. Of course, the book, everything's just spelled out as perfect as possible, as always. You would expect from a fantastic company like this. We've got our player boards and all our other stuff that we're going to need. That's a 6-player setup. Wow, that's incredible. You can play 6 players with this now. The adventures, of course. So, also, I wanted to show you guys and make a quick correction on a few things. Is that when we were opening this, I was a little confused because I was going by the old rules of how things kind of went. By going with the actions and the old counter. So I kind of got confused for a second, but everything has changed. These things here are actually, they open up and you're going to slide your character card in there, like so. Okay, so for instance here, Christopher St. George, you're going to put that in there, and then you're going to be able to track everything. And again, this isn't the final component here. I mean, the final thing here, but you're going to be able to check all your actions, how many actions you have, and so forth and so on, and all the bonuses that you have by putting those tokens in there, like I showed you, these right here. Okay, and you'll be able to keep track of how you level up certain areas and how that's going to empower you, all your abilities, and of course beautiful art of your character. And that is how we're going to get going there. We are going to have our event cards, our misadventure cards, which are going to either help us or hurt us. More than likely, they are going to hurt us, as always. And then, of course, you know, there's going to be some cards and some things that are going to help you. There's this lightning bolt, like I had shown. And we've got all kinds of different, you know, starting ability cards. You know, you always have to have a pistol, and I'm sure there's a whip in here somewhere. Hey, of course you got to have a bullwhip in here if you're going to go adventuring in a lost tomb. But I just wanted to show you also some of the beautiful art for this that absolutely just stands out here. Really thematic and beautiful, and these cards are going to go in. You could play as any of these characters. Alligator McGee, of course, James T. Temple, Chang Leng Chao, Liberty Villa, which is cool, and of course, you know, you got Professor Forrestal. Nobody plays as him. Haji Singh, Lady Rocket, and of course Harrison Quatermass the 13th. Okay, one of the favorites from the old school, but completely updated and beautiful. And I hope that when this comes out, that you will actually go out and grab it. The 10th edition, updated, more story, more everything that you can ever want from a game, and done perfectly by our friends over at Everything Epic Games. Let's go up top and then get on out of here. So there you have it, the prototype for Secrets of the Lost Tomb. A complete, not reworking, but a love letter to the original. The 10th anniversary of this fantastic game and experience from Chris Batarlis. And also the original game was helped by Jim Sammartino. We can't forget that either. But this is just the Epic Edition experience, and it's going to have so much more to it than what you've seen so far. We're going to give it a nice little run through this Saturday. I hope you'll join me here on Rob's Tabletop World. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's one of those special games that means a lot to me, and I think we're going to just have a lot of fun with it and go with it for sure. So we will definitely be checking this bad boy out, and I hope you'll join me. And until next time, it's your old pal Rob. Until I don the fedora again, we'll see you soon, everybody.